Ladies and gentlemen, we now reach an item on the agenda where we will be presenting a prize to a very special young lady, and I would please ask you to take your seats for this ceremony. A decision has been taken by the organizers of this wonderful event to award a new prize, the Medal of Activism, which links on to the subject that we have just discussed. One person can make a difference. And we are now going to present that prize to the first winner of this Medal of Activism. This first winner of the Medal of Activism is a very special young person who has, even at her young age, already inspired many other children, other young people, and adults. Please direct your attention to the screens now first for a special video about our honoree, Chaeli Mycroft. I ask you to please watch the screen.
The expert committee of the International Children's Peace Prize has decided to award the 2011 Children's Peace Prize to Chaeli Mycroft. Congratulations, Chaeli.
I see it as my gift that I can share the message to the world that disabled people are still people who have all the same needs and the same rights.
On August the 30th, 1994, this special little girl was born in Cape Town, South Africa. Chaeli Mycroft, also known as Chaeli. Still a baby, Chaeli was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, which makes her wheelchair-bound for her entire life. At the age of 9, Chaeli decided that she wanted a motorized wheelchair to become a more independent person. Together with her sister and 3 close girlfriends, she started selling self-made postcards, cookies and flower pots to raise funds to purchase the desired wheelchair, which they accomplished within 7 weeks. The wheelchair brought Chaeli so much freedom and independence that she also wanted to give this independence to other children with disabilities. Friends continued their activities, and so the Chaeli campaign was born.
I'm 17 now, and the Chaeli campaign helps 3,000 people a year with assistive devices and therapies and emotional support.
Having created a network of ambassadors of children between 12 and 14 years old, this message is spread all over South Africa.
A lot of disabled people can't physically voice what they need and what they deserve, and I can.
I want to ask Chaeli just one question before asking Mr. Mark Doolard of Kids' Rights in Holland to also say a few words. Chaeli, you are a role model for many children with a disability. Why is it so important to speak out?
I think it's important that disabled people are treated the same. I think for me it's important too that disabled people know that they don't have an excuse just because they have a disability not to do anything.
Thank you. Mark, you are the spiritual father of the International Children's Peace Prize, which was awarded to Chaeli some time ago in Holland, and you are the representative of the Dutch Parliament as Children's Ombudsman. Why is the work of Chaeli so important from your viewpoint?
Thank you. I think we all feel very humble because Chaeli really refused to get stuck in her disability and decided to stand up and to fight for the rightful inclusion of other children. And I think Chaeli teaches us that we all can think and maybe soul search, what do I have to offer, or what can I do? And it need not to be big things. It can be in your street, on your school, as you did, in your community, and then you really can move the world in the right direction. It's what the Children's Peace Prize expresses, also the statuette you saw, a child that is moving the world. And I think that Chaeli invites us to join her, to stand up and make a difference for disabled children, but also for every street child, for every child slave, for every AIDS orphan, to give a voice to these voices, because that's what she is doing. And I think we owe that to Chaeli, we owe that to these children, and we owe that to ourselves. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to present the prize to a young, inspiring activist from my home country, South Africa. Please give a warm applause to the winner of the first Medal of Activism, Chaeli Mycroft. Congratulations, Chaeli. You want to say something? We give the last word to Chaeli.
Okay. Other Nobel Peace Laureates, esteemed guests, I'd like to start by saying thank you for having me here and giving me this amazing award. It's such an honor to be recognized for the work I'm doing with differently abled people back in South Africa. I was born in 1994, and in my country we are known as Madiba babies, as this was the year that Nelson Mandela became president of the new South Africa. It's even more special for me to be getting this award from Mr. F.W. de Klerk, who worked with President Mandela towards a more equal society. I'm so grateful that I was born into a democracy. I do feel, though, that people with disabilities are still living in our own form of apartheid. We are segregated from society not by choice, but by a lack of accessibility and acceptance. These are issues that I, through the campaign and the Children's Peace Prize, am working at getting more accessibility in all places, as well as changing the attitudes of able-bodied people. It's also important to educate people about the abilities of people living with disabilities. My main drive is for differently able people to be included and accepted the way we are, because we cannot change our disability, but we can change the way people see our disability. I believe that we can do it. We can make disability just another trait instead of a reason for exclusion. We need to work together to make it happen. And there's a song by Nickelback that, you gotta get the music in there. And it says, what's worth the prize is always worth the fight. And I believe that the prize of inclusion is definitely worth the fight. Thank you.
Courage exemplified. Courage.